Time with Olivia. So these are just really quick lessons, something that I want to share with you, something that I think is important to know in Spanish, and we're going to do it as I drink my coffee because that's what I like to do. So today we're going to talk about contractions in Spanish. So contractions aren't what you have, well, they are what you have when you're having a baby, but that's not the kind of contractions we're talking about. We're talking about when you take two words and you put them together, just like in English, how we have like are and not becomes aren't, or can and not becomes cannot, or is and not becomes isn't. They have contractions in Spanish. Only lucky for you, only two exist in the Spanish language. So let me show you what those ones are. So our very first contraction comes from the word a, which is two, plus el, which is the. So if you wanted to say, for example, voy, which is I'm going, a to el gimnasio, which is gym, I'm going to the gym. Voy a el gimnasio. You have to combine these two words in Spanish. It isn't like in English where you can just decide whether you want to combine them or not. It's mandatory in Spanish. So you say voy al, you drop that e and add the other word, gimnasio. So this is your contraction. And you'll notice that in English, we use apostrophes when we join two words together, but in Spanish they don't. They just drop one of the letters, combine them, and it becomes a brand new word. So al, which is a plus el, equals al. That is our first contraction in Spanish. And like I said, there are only two. So the second and last contraction comes when you have the word de, which means of, plus el, the. And you, for example, you could say, what would be a good sentence for that? You could say, what would be a good sentence? Soy, I am, well, you know what? I am having a brain freeze. I haven't had enough coffee today. But what you do when you have de plus el, de is of and el is the, you combine them to make del. So, here's a good example. So you could say la casa, the house, del perro, the dog house. So you're saying that it's the house of the dog. So instead of saying la casa de el perro, you combine them to make del. So de plus el is equal to del. And the reason they have these contractions in Spanish is because if you try to say a el or de el combined fast, it's just, you end up putting those words together anyway. So they decided that they would officially put these words together. But like I said, unlike English, these are mandatory. So anytime you have a plus el, so to the, it has to become al. And anytime you have de plus el, of and the, you have to combine them to say del. So for example, we have, like I showed you, voy al gimnasio, I'm going to the gym, or la casa del perro, the dog's house. So those are your contractions in Spanish. And like I said, only two, and they do not use apostrophes. So that's our coffee time lesson with Olivia this week. I hope you guys grab a cup of coffee today and enjoy whatever you're doing. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.